Doing everybody, TC here once again with another uh, script. This is a cool one. This is another. I don't know if I've done one. I think I did one already, but this is another. If I have, uh, Star Trek animated from 1970. What was it? 72, 73, 73. Script. This is the Slaver Weapon, the first appearance of the Kzinti, cat-like aliens from Star Trek. Now this one was signed by Larry Niven, who actually wrote the script. I believe Larry Niven was also the writer of Space Seed. I could be wrong, but I didn't check that for sure. And what's interesting about this script is I'm not going to take the Brads out of it because it's only 34 pages. It won't take long to go through it. So, and as you can see, it looks like the Brads have very seldom, if ever, come out of this thing. You see the rust marks right there, also on this one, where it was like that at most of the time, or flipped around whichever this way for most of its life. It's kind of interesting. Like I say, I'm just going to leave it on there, and we'll go through this fairly quick. This has no writing. It's all blue pages. It is the final draft. So, and I imagine this was probably gotten at a convention and signed by him, Larry Niven, at a convention probably. Could be wrong, but that's my guess. I am not Paul. So, it doesn't matter to me that it's personalized. Not really. I mean, it can matter to some people in the sale, but I don't really care. It's cool enough that people would probably want to buy it. Anyway, here's the cast list. The characters. There's the Kazin, all the characters, the officers. And here's the first page. Go ahead and let me go in a little closer here. Here we can get better. There we go. A little bit better, not too much. I'll let you read that. And as you can see, as most original scripts from the time, maybe not so much today in the last 15 or 20 years, but from the 90s on back, in the 80s all the way back to the whatever, when they started, most scripts that are original scripts, you can tell a lot by looking at the words here. You can see a lot of them are not complete. They're missing, like that one's missing the bottom of the R's and a little bit of the O on mirrors. And the is missing a little bit. So you can tell this is not a modern copy. If it was, that would be perfect. You wouldn't have no problem reading that at all. So that's one way you can tell. On just about any script, not just Star Trek scripts. These all look pretty good. I know there was one page I seen in here that a big chunk of the dialogue was really hard to read. It was bad. It was almost like connect the dots going on. And this is 34 pages. Not bad. Kind of long for a half-hour show, especially an animated, but there's a lot of action in here that you read. Like all this is narration or describing what the action is on the screen, and not dialogue. As you can see, quite a bit of that. It's almost like a Savage Sword of Conan magazine from the day, with a lot of narration going on. Trader's Claw, that was the name of the stolen Kzinti space vehicle, I think they said it was, or police ship, something like that. It was a pretty interesting episode. It was one of those that was similar to the Galileo 7, where the Enterprise was hardly involved. It was basically the shuttle, Mr. Spock, Uhura, and Sulu. The whole adventure, so. There's another outline of the Trader's Claw. Not really sure why they're outlining that. Okay. Now, as usual, y'all, just hit pause, because I'm not going to sit here and I'll let it focus, but I won't stay too long on each page. There's one that's missing quite a bit right there. And another, I guess every time they mention the ship, it's underlined, which is kind of weird. Okay, here's the end of Act 1. That's pretty cool episode. Here's one with a lot of stuff. This might be the page I was talking about. You can see a lot of stuff missing here. I mean, you can read it, you can make it out, most of it, but some of it is kind of hard to read. So, and here's another one that's got a little bit missing here and there on some of the words, some of the letters. I have some scripts. I've seen one or two in the past that I've gotten that were the text was so bad you couldn't even read it, which is, I'm guessing that was probably not on all the scripts, because I imagine they would have had to redo it, because the actor can't know his lines if you can't read the script, you know. And it was like a whole page or something of it. It was totally dotted out, pixelated out, you could say, almost. Modern term. Chef Captain, that was the main guy. Now, I'm not sure if Jimmy Doohan did the actual voice of any of the Gazinti. He probably did, because he did a lot, if not most, of the alien voices. Uhura, not Uhura, Nichelle Nichols and George Takei did quite a few too. They did their share of aliens. Problem is, you can tell when it's them. But James Doohan, he's good at doing voices. You can't tell it's him. If you didn't know, you wouldn't. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know it was him. Same with the original series. He did the, I believe he did the voice of the Melkoshian when they did the Spectre of the Gun. The alien at the beginning and ending of that. And that you cannot tell is Jimmy Doohan at all. I thought it was. I didn't even know that's who it was until I read about it, because it sounds totally different guy. You would think. Okay, see if I can leave it like that. No, it's not on the pages here. To hold it, still have to hold it down. Get it down here. There we go. Now it'll stay. Now the music is also from the animated series. There's the Trader's Claw mentioned quite a few more times. Not really sure why they outlined that. There's got to be a reason for that. I wish I knew. Okay, we're getting down to almost the end here. That one page was the one I was talking about that was pretty faded looking. Unless it's further on here, but we're almost to the end. We only got 3 pages left. So I think that was the one I was thinking of. Trader's Claw, well. Now, somebody might be able to tell me, but as far as I know, the Gazinti have never been used again. They might have been mentioned, but I don't think they've ever appeared on screen, either animated or live action, since this was done. I could be wrong. I haven't watched any of the new Star Trek since, well, let's put it this way. The last Star Trek movie I watched was probably Generations. And the last series I watched was Discovery. And before that would have been Enterprise. Everything else I have not seen. So, and there's the end with Uhura giving a little laugh. And that's it. Last page and the back. There you have it. Autographed by Larry Niven, the writer. Slaver Weapon, 1973. Final draft. Star Trek, the animated series. Y'all take care. Hope you enjoyed that. If y'all seen it when you was a kid, let me know what you think. If you liked it, or if you didn't, if you haven't seen it, or any other suggestions you might have. Anything. I will answer everything. Y'all take care. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell later.